Okay, so to learn how to draw this, we first do a table of values. Let's do a table of values. Negative 2 into x squared, you get 4. And then put negative 1 there, you get 1, 0, 1, 4. Okay, so which is the parabola we drew earlier. And let's plot the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 points. So the graph is drawn. So it's like a curve. Doesn't look very nice, so I'm going to redraw it. Okay, let's try again. So we go 1 here, 1 there. Let's try it one more time. That's better. Okay, that's the parabola. Okay, simple, y equal to x squared. What if it's an absolute value? Remember what you would do with absolute value? Absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2. Absolute value of negative 1 is positive 1, 0, 1, 2. Again, we'll draw the graph, see what shape we get. And then we'll remember. If we draw this point, we get a V shape. So absolute value is not curved, it's a straight line. But it's like a V shape. So it's a little bit like parabola, isn't it? Except it's straight. Parabola is curved. Okay? So they share some similarity and important differences between them. Okay, so today we're going to do lots of V-shape because we're going to draw lots of this absolute value graph, or the V-shape. So we've got this V-shape corresponding to the y equal to absolute value of x. Okay, and then we're going to do the next bit. Okay, now we're going to draw this again, but using a different way, using the formula that you learned in term 1. All right, so the other way to draw this is use the fact that absolute value of x equals to a combination of two functions, x and negative x. It's equal to x for x greater than 0 or x less than 0. So we'll draw two different graphs on the same number plane. So we'll draw y equal to x. Y equal to x looks like this, isn't it? But you only draw for the positive part. So if I draw it, that's y equal to x, right? But you only draw x greater than 0. So therefore, you rub off the bit that's not relevant. Rub off the negative bit. Okay? And on the other hand, for the negative side of the x-axis, we've got y equal to negative x for x less than 0. So negative x is graph going downward, but it stops there. So you can think of absolute value as a piecewise function containing two graphs. One graph goes up, x, the other graph goes down, negative x. So you can think of it this way. So there's two ways to do it. One way is to see it looks like a parabola, except it's straight. Another way to see it is it's a combination of two different functions. All right, take a minute to absorb. Okay, once you're done, we're going to write down the domain and range. What's the domain? All real x, very good. Can you see that on the x-axis? You can always see the graph. So the domain is all real x. How about the range? Ruby, what's the range? Yep, very good. Greater than but equal to 0 as well. It can be 0. Well done. Okay, good. So we've got the domain range. And there's another part we have to answer where you say for what values of x is the function increasing? Where is the graph going upward? So where's the graph going upward? Yeah, increasing when x is greater than 0. Right, so you get a question like this in the textbooks. Okay, equal, yep, all equal to 0. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all equal to 0. Yep. Okay, good. Done. So now we're going to draw more of this. So this is a simple case like y equal to absolute value x. We're going to look at what happens if there's a number inside the x and everything and draw this. But all their shapes are similar. They all have a V shape. Okay? All right, let's draw the next page. There's some more to do. So we'll go up to page 20 today. That's good. We won't be able to finish this this topic this term, so we'll continue next term, but we'll finish majority. All right, next page. All finish. Going to turn over soon. Yep. Okay. Next one. Before I do the next one, let's do this one first. Go to this page, page 2019 first, and then we'll go back. Actually, we could do the other one. We'll do it this way. State the domain range. Alright, let's do it this way because that's easier. Otherwise, get confused. Okay. Alright, how do I draw this? So, what happens if there's a ax plus b inside? This is what we do. Find the x-intercept and the y-intercept, and then draw the V shape. Okay? So, how do we find the... Oh, no. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay. 2x plus 3. Let's find the x-intercept. So, how do you find x-intercept? That's when y is 0. Y equal to 0. So, put 0 there. Right? And then what you do is you're going to write 2x plus 3 equal to 0. And then 2x equal to negative 3, x equal to negative 3 over 2, negative 1.5. So on your axis, plot negative 1.5. That's your x-intercept. And then you find the y-intercept. What's the y-intercept? X is 0. Right, 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. Absolute value of 3 is 3. So put 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. 1, 2. Alright, let's draw this. So you get a V shape, and then we draw the V shape. It's very easy. Just go like this, like that. Okay, V shape. V shape. Get the idea? Well, it must be symmetrical. It's like an axis symmetry. It must be symmetrical. Yeah, you have to draw symmetrical. All right, well, how do you know that? Watch this. This is 1.5. This is 3. So you just go left 1.5, which is 3. Go up 3. Get it? Yeah, so you can use this symmetry. Yeah, try to draw symmetrical. Negative 1.5, that's your x-intercept. That's this. Yeah, so it's a V shape. Just like when you normally draw a V like, you won't draw a V like this, right? You won't draw a V like this. You will draw a V like this. Or you can make a wider V. Yeah? Alright. Once we do this, we can do the other two easily. Alright, let's move on. Alright, all done. Let's move back to this example. Now, how do I do this? Same thing. Just draw this first. Draw y equal to this first. Absolute value. Let's draw this. So you draw V. So you do the same thing. Find the x-intercept and then the y-intercept. X-intercept. That's when y equal to 0. I will go back to the previous page. So you get 2x plus 4 equal to 0. 2x equal to negative 4. X is negative 2. So find where negative 2 is. Negative 2. Absolute value. Absolute value. We're going to, so the minus 1 later, it will be shift down 1 unit. Okay, shift down 1 unit. So we'll draw the negative 2, and then after that, we'll find the y-intercept. Y-intercept. That's when x equal to 0. X equal to 0 will be y equal to 2 times 0 plus 4, which is 4. Alright, let's make it a bit bigger so you can all see the big picture. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Okay, so it's going to go like this, the graph. 4, so it's a V shape. So you draw a V shape like this. Right, that's a V shape. And then after that, what you do is you shift down 1 unit. You shift down 1 unit. So instead of crossing at 4, you cross at 3. Right? You shift down 1 unit. You can draw both, or you should get rid of the other one. Just draw the green one. Yeah. Or you can draw both. Just indicate this is the one you try to draw. Negative 1. So this is y equal to absolute value of 2x plus 4 minus 1. Okay? So you draw the V shape, and then the minus 1 shift the graph down 1 unit. Okay? Now below, see that point there? Goes down. Right below it, yes. Right below the negative 2. So you can indicate that point. It's like a vertex. This point is negative 2, negative 1. So you go down 1 step. Yep. So the V shape gets shifted down 1 step. But then you now have a new x-intercept. Let's find a new x-intercept. New x-intercept. So to find the new x-intercept, you put y equal to 0. Yeah, you should. You have to. And then you move the 1 over. The negative 1 goes to the left. Yeah, maybe we should have done that at the beginning. But they won't be able to work out the negative 2. Right? The vertex, like the vertex. Okay, and then we'll go plus or minus 1 equal to 2x plus 4. So remember, when absolute value, you do plus or minus. No, that's your y-intercept. I'm finding x-intercept. That's 3 is the y-intercept. So y-intercept is easy because 4, you just go down 1 step. You get 3. And then what you do is you get 2 possibilities. So you get 2x equal to minus 4 plus or minus 1. And then divide by 2, which is negative 3, negative 5. So x is negative 1.5, negative 2.5. So you cross that negative 1.5, negative 2.5. Right, done. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. What else are there? And then set the domain range. Alright, domain range should be easy once you drew the graph. Alright, domain. What's the domain? Oreo X, good. Oreo X. And then the range. The range will be above -1. Yes, y bigger than equal to -1. Right, done. We'll do one more of this sketching, and then we'll do the next bit. Bigger than 3, okay, good, sorry. Alright, we continue. How about do one more? We'll do the next graph. And then find the domain over which the function is decreasing. When is the function decreasing? That's when the graph is going down. When is the graph going down? X has to be, which part goes down? I use a highlighter, so which part's going down? This bit, right? This part's going downward, decreasing. So what's the X value? X has to be smaller than -2. All right. Oh, I forgot to label X and Y. I think that's all. All right, let's try the next one. Again, we'll break the function into parts. Now, to draw 2 minus absolute value X, we first have to draw, what should we draw first? Draw negative absolute value X. What do you think the negative do to the graph? Well, think about what's negative X squared look like. What does it look like? It's concave down. So this will look the same. You will draw an upside down V. So upside down V, negative absolute value X. Alright? And then what does the 2 do to the graph? What does the 2 do? Move up 2, yes. Up 2. Up 2 steps, so we'll be here, 2. And then what you need to do is to find what we call the x-intercept. See if you can work out what the x-intercept is. Have a try. So that graph is 2 minus absolute value X. And then find the x-intercept. So the x-intercept will be something. How do you find x-intercept? You find x-intercept, that's when y is 0. Y is 0, so you get 0 equal to 2 minus absolute value X. So therefore you do absolute value X equal to 2. X is plus or minus 2. No problem? Down? Yep. 2 negative 2. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, alright. Alright, we're on page 19. Okay. Alright, we'll draw this graph, but there's one more part to it. Notice that they also want to sketch from -1 to 3 only. So you have to remove some parts of the graph. Okay? Alright, so we have to draw this. So what that means is you have to start from -1, finish at 3. So where's -1? -1 is over here, and 3 is over here. So you only have to draw this section. You only have to draw from here to there, this bit. Okay? So he asks you to draw from -1 to 3, means you start from -1, goes, oh, actually I highlighted too much. Yeah, so you start from here, finish there. So that means you need to you have to remove the other graph. You have to remove this graph, this part. Remove this part. Yeah. Like that. And then what you do is maybe you can substitute to find it. I'll say again. Oh, yeah. So maybe what you do is you start off with going through this. So you substitute -1 in there. So -1. Scribble arrow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't keep going. Yeah. So you go x equal to -1. Substitute to get the endpoint, which is 1. Now you put endpoint. See endpoint dot -1, 1. Yeah. And then the next bit 3. You get when x is 3, y equal to 2 minus absolute value of 3, -1. Okay, good. We'll get the endpoint. Yeah, we should have done that early. Okay. And then you know where it starts, where it ends. Okay. We'll get rid of this. All right. All right, good. All right, think about this. We've still got a couple more to do, then we're done. All right, we need to move on. All done? We'll do the next page. Did they ask for the range? Oh, what's the range now? Once I restrict the domain, what's the range? Let's get the range. All right, range is, what's the range? Yeah. Oh yeah, if they throw -1 between x less than 3, you would have to do an open circle and then an open circle instead of black dot. See that I put a black dot, it would be an open circle if it's bigger than. Yeah, good question. All right, let's get the range. What would the range be? What's the possible x value? Y values. Y values will be between. What's the highest it could be? 2. What's the lowest it could be? So the highest it could be 2, the lowest it could be is -1, right? So y is between -1, between 2 and -1. That's your range. So anywhere here you can see the graph. Anything outside you can't see the graph. All right, one more, 2 more, 4 more example, we're done. Okay. Once we do this, we need to be able to link that with algebraic method of solving absolute value equation. Now, how do I usually solve this? You go like this. Absolute value of this equal to 3. Absolute value of this equal to -3. All right, so we're going to solve for x equal to 5, x equal to -1, right? So that's how we do it algebraically. How do we do it graphically? Graphically. So to do it graphically is to draw. So I'm going to write graphically. Graphically, it will look like this. You will write absolute value x minus 2 equal to y, y equal to 3. So you draw both the left side and the right side on the same number plane. So say you draw the x minus 2 there. You can, the x minus 2, you can think of it as being shifted to the left. So you can put it here. So that's 2. Actually, no. Shifted to the right. So put 2 here. So the V shape will be here. Draw a V shape. Alright. So this graph is y equal to absolute value x minus 2. Why is it 2? Because you can find the x-intercept. X-intercept. That's when y is 0. Right here. So you draw both the left side and the right side separately. Let the left side be y, let the right side be y. So you draw two graphs. The left side represents a graph, the right side represents a graph. So you go absolute value, that's equal to x minus 2, therefore x equal to 2. Right, so that's why how I get the 2. And then you draw the V shape. No, I call this y, call this y, call this y. So we'll draw both graphs. So I split the equation into two parts. And then once you do that, we'll draw y equal to and then we'll draw y equal to 3. Y equal to 3 is a horizontal line. So that's 2, that's 3. Draw a horizontal line. This is y equal to 3. Right? So I drew this graph, y equal to 3, and y equal to x minus 2 separately. And then once you do that, where they cross, where the two graphs cross, is the solution. So you cross at -1, cross at 5. That's how we solve graphically. So graphically is to find where they cross on the graph. So go here. Go there. Okay. Alright, how do you know? You can go like this. So that's 3. You can, which is a graphical interpretation of this equation. So you see, when you solve this equation, why do I get 5? Why there's 2 solutions? Because the line crosses the V shape twice. Cross it here, cross it there. -1 and 5. The point of this is to see where they cross, so that we can see.
How do you know it's -1 and 5? What's the point of solving that?
So that we know where they come from. Alright, so to find where they cross, you can go. Yeah. 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 So that's your algebraic method. That's your algebraic method.
Why would we do a graphical method over the algebraic one?
Oh, algebraic one will be easier. Yes. Yeah. Because the textbook has these questions, I want you to be able to do it with this. Yeah. I will do the next bit. Okay. What if it's this way? Watching. You go y equal to absolute value of x, y equal to -x plus 4. Do you know where they come from? This come from the left side. This come from the right side. Graphically, yes. So graphically, I draw the graph. I draw the V shape. Say again. V. It's easy, just two straight lines. Okay. How about the other bit? How do you draw this? You find the x and y intercept. Y intercept, that's when x is 0. So x intercept is 4, y intercept is 4. Okay? Once you get the y intercept, get the x intercept. That's when y equal to 0. So x equal to 4. And then if you draw it, you find they cross at this point. And then you want to find what that point is. So what's that point? Okay, think about this point. So this is y equal to negative x plus 4. Okay, so think about this. Alright, so if you see it, what would it look like? So it looks like this must be 2. 2, yeah, that's 2. So you say, to solve this, the x equal to 2. Because that's where they cross. And they only cross at one. See, the other one, they don't cross. They are parallel to each other. They're parallel. Now, how do you know if they're parallel? Because both of these have the same gradient. Gradient is -1.
Yeah, mine. Pretty much.
Yeah, the solution to the equation is where the two graphs cross. Ah, okay. That's a good question. So what you do is, to make it more accurate, you can just solve it. So you can just solve, this is x, so you can solve x equal to negative x plus 4, 2x equal to 4, x equal to 2. So the point of the graph is, now watch this. Okay, all right. Okay, watch this. All right, okay. Okay, now watch this. So algebraically, you do this. X equal to negative x, or negative x equal to negative x plus 4.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's double.
Okay, now if I do solve the first one, I get x equal to 2. Whereas this one have no solution. So from the graph, I could see why there's no solution, because they don't intersect here. So there's no solution. Whereas this bit, they intersect at 2. So the graphically tells you why there's only one answer instead of 2, because they only cross it once. All right, we'll do one more, then we'll finish. You don't have to, but it's good to know that method. Yeah, you could be asked to do it. So that's why I need to learn it. All right, one more page, then we're done. One more page, just one more page. All right, watch this. Y equal to absolute value x plus 1. Y equal to 4. Gradient. Okay. All right. This one, let's draw the V shape. So if you find the x-intercept, you put y equal to 0. You get 0 equal to absolute value x plus 1, x equal to -1. So find where -1 is. That's -1. And once you do that, you draw a V shape like this. That's a V shape. Like that. And then you draw y equal to 4, which is a horizontal line, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have to find where they cross. So this is... Alright, okay. So, good question. So what you do is, you find out. So it's hard to look at the graph and find out where they cross unless you draw 100% accurate. So what you do is, let's solve this first. Let's solve it algebraically.
So you have to solve it algebraically.
Yeah, combination of both. Yeah, combination of both. Okay. So you go x plus 1 equal to 4, x plus 1 minus 4. So x equal to 3, x equal to -5. So you know you cross at 3, cross at -5. Like that. So you find out where they cross from the algebra. Right? And then once you do this, now you have to look at it. This is an inequality less than. So when is the horizontal line above the V shape? So the horizontal line above bigger than the V shape. When is it above? When it's not below. Yes, so this part, right? This V shape is below the horizontal line. So what's the x value that corresponds to this? X has to be between 3 and -5. Yes? This bit here will be below this line. Now if you solve it, you just get the 3 and then -5. Yeah, but then you need to know, is it going to be less than or bigger than? So from this graph, you see when x is between 3 and -5, it's in between. All right, one more. Then we're done. This one more. Oh, maybe we'll skip it. Okay, all right. Do it. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, let's do one more. X minus 1. Okay, solve this. X minus 1. So that's been moved to the right one step. So that's 1 to draw the V shape. Alright, that's your V shape. Y equal to absolute value of this. And then you draw y equal to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you find out where they cross. Alright, find out where they cross. So to find out where they cross, just solve this one first. X minus 1 equal to 3, or x minus 1 equal to -3. X equal to 2, or x is -2. Hang on, that's equal to 4. So cross at 4, cross at -2. No, 4. So you solve this one, it's 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then this is -2. Yes? Yeah. Okay, and then this time you have to interpret when is the V shape above y equal to 3. So when it's above, you look at this bit here, oops, which is the highlighter, this bit and this bit, yes? When the V shape is above 3, and when it's above, that's when x is more than 4 or equal to, or x is less than -2. Yeah. Okay, you can start the exercise now.